how this is going to work out, but the machine behind me, we're going to be putting some paint on. It's the second coat. I made a video earlier that will be coming out this weekend on what I'm doing. So I'm going to show you what I'm using. I'm using good old Hammerite paint, and one of the main things with the Hammerite, according to my local hardware store, is they say you cannot thin it out. Well, I went onto the net and tried to look for ways to thin this out, and I found the exact chemical compound through Hammerite. That way I can use a paint thinner to thin it, and let's go. So pretty much what I'm doing is going to weigh this out because I'm doing everything by weight. I can put that in here. Pop the lid. Let's make sure this doesn't get everywhere. Doesn't stay there. All right, so I'm going to measure out almost 200 grams roughly of paint. Okay, well, that was 251. That's fine. Trying to do this lefty. All right. All right. So now, got paint all over me. So now what I'm just doing is taking 251 grams times 0.15 for the 0.15 for the thinner, which is 37.65 grams. So I know that's already 7 grams that stick, so let's go ahead and tare it. And we 37.65, so 38 pretty much. All right, 39. It's okay. It's gonna be a little bit thin. So if you guys are just tuning in, I'm using Hammerite paint, metal paint, and it's not thin. So you gotta pre-mix it. I'd probably mix it for like 1 or 2 minutes. Let's show the CNC machine. Why don't we? Make sure you guys are in focus over here. So anyways, for you guys that are tuning in, this is the SteelKnight version 2 CNC machine. It's just getting a top coat for now of paint. Why? Because I have to make space in my workshop now, because my father-in-law also needs to come in here and do his woodworking stuff. And I've kind of took this place up for the last 3 months. So the top portion of this will get done. That way I can go ahead and put the arms on for the X or the Y axis and the X axis gantry sitting behind the camera, or where you just seen me mix paint that. If you guys have any questions or comments on this style of CNC machine I'm building, go ahead and leave a comment below. Or if you guys are building your own, let me know what you're doing, because this is probably the first ever combination 3 combination table that I've seen. I couldn't find one on the market, which is plasma cutting and milling. And then here on the right-hand side or left-hand side of the machine will be my pull-out welding table. Like I said, the table in front of me right here is a wood table for woodworking, my father-in-law's, and I need a welding table. So that's why I went ahead and built this CNC machine here for a trifecta. So plasma cutting and milling, and then the welding table pull out. When you pull it out, you can pull it completely out or just halfway out. Just depends on what's running. If you're going to be running the machine here you don't want to have high frequency on welding on this side because it will probably lag in between two high frequencies going on, or whatever. Cutter both use high frequency. And also, if you're welding, if you're MIG welding, no, probably not, because MIG welding, I mean, you can have high frequency, but we don't use it, or my machine doesn't have it. But if you're TIG welding with high frequency, then it's a different story. And my machine is for TIG welding high frequency. So what I'm doing now, I don't know how many people are tuned in because I'm using the other side of the iPhone camera here. But nonetheless, we'll go ahead. I'm going to put this inside. Let me go grab the paint gun. Like I said, if you guys are joining up, this is the pretty much the upper part of the CNC machine that is getting the paint for now. I will commence the rest of the machine for painting later on. The only reason why I'm doing it now is because, like I said, my father-in-law needs his table and workspace back. So I'm just grabbing and putting this gun back together because I cleaned it out earlier before I went to the gym. Gym is always important. Nonetheless, give me a second. I'm about to be back in view. Then we can start painting. We're pouring paint. Also, guys, bear with me. This is my first time going live. It's also nerve-wracking and nervous, so because I can't see what I'm doing, and it's not like I could fix the live once it's done. You know what I mean? So, anyways, I got the pistol here. I'm gonna go ahead and just connect this straight up. Oops. Just making sure all the paint thinner is out of there from cleaning. Go ahead and just pour this in here like that. I don't have a gun holder, so it's a little bit, how do you say, because I'd like to get all this paint out in here to utilize over the whole machine, or at least part of the machine. But I'm opting for black and red. So black and red, I don't know, I just like black a lot better, or black and red. So the first machine, CNC machine, is also black and red. Let's see if you guys said anything yet, or how many people are in live. 4. Hey, what's going on, people? So anyways, I'm just putting another coat on. It's been drying for at least a few hours. I'm going to move the camera around so that way you guys can see a little bit of how I'm doing this. I'm using Hammerite's paint. And Hammerite, this is a thick, pretty thick paint, so you definitely have to thin it out. And I do 15% from what I found online. So I just used regular paintbrush cleaner, and it's the same stuff. So anyways, let's go ahead. I'm going to start over on the back side. And like I said, if you guys have any questions on this type of machine that I'm building, it's a plasma cutter slash milling slash welding table. The welding table will be in here. It's going to be fully removable, or halfway, depends on how I want to do it. My garage door is open, so I'm not getting too high. And I'm only doing the upper part of this because I still need to weld in here. So I'm keeping this all free. I'm not putting too much heat where it's going to distort the paint. So that's something to keep note to self. Make sure if you have limited space and people need to get into their workshop, because it's not mine, then try to speed up the process a little bit, but do it right. And if you guys are also building a CNC machine, let me know in the comments below on your way of building your CNC machine. Because I'm always curious. I love learning. I'm a welder by trade. And as you can see, it's a beautiful machine so far. And I can't be more than happy with how it turned out. Everything is square. I have a machine level that I put on top of the machine here, and it is within, this is a 2.5 meter table. So on this part, it's literally 0.02 millimeters per meter. So it's like 0.04 millimeters out. That is beyond perfect. And here, going horizontal with the wall, it's also 0.02 millimeters out. This machine is completely flat. And I'm not a spray painter by any means, but I've learned online from one of the YouTubers, pretty much your finger, pinky and thumb finger apart works really good. And if you guys heard my my air compressor, it's a silent air compressor, and it's beautiful. It's not loud at all, and I absolutely love that, because the red one I have is similar to a Husky, and let me tell you, it's annoying when that thing turns on. Let me adjust the paint here a little bit, get a little bit wider spread. So this part, I don't know if you guys can see in camera, this part here will be red just because it's going to be for the welding table. Let's go ahead and start to see what you guys are saying, if you guys said anything yet. All right. So I'm just putting like 2 coats on. I'm just going over it twice. And the only thing that sucks is because it's not a closed bay. It's open. I got bugs flying everywhere. But nonetheless, we will paint over it. I don't know if the lighting is adequate for you guys because I can barely see over here, but on this side of the machine. Hey, let me know in the comments below where you guys are tuning in across the world. I live in Austria, so it's getting dark here pretty quick. It's already, I believe it's almost 1600 here. Sorry, 1800 here. And the reason why I'm doing this halfway is because, like I said, I need to get the arms on. I got to get the X gantry on. That way we got space in the workshop here. And I'm just trying to see what hand is not so dirty because we're going to jump on the other side of the table now. I'm going to move you guys, so be careful. Let me see if you guys are in picture here. Oops. There we go, like that. All right. So nonetheless, we keep on going. Make sure my hose can wrap all the way around over here. So pretty much I'm going to let this dry overnight. And I think I'm going to put one more coat on tomorrow. That way it has 3 coats. And if you guys are wondering, I'm using Hammerite paint, metal paint. This is not that industrial epoxy grade for machine. This is for outdoor like fences and stuff. But let me tell you something. It works because I have it on my other machine over there. So, all right, so we got to get back here without trying to get dirty. Okay. Because there's not so much room, I got to do it like this. You guys have any questions about this CNC machine that I'm building? It is 2.5 meters long internally. So 2,660 millimeters long on the outside, from outside to outside. So inside width-wise is 1,500. That was my automatic timer. If you guys haven't seen that video yet on my timer for the air compressor, because I do live in a very high moisture environment, the air tank does get filled up with water, and I don't drain it at the end of the day. But with the automatic timer, every, I think, 15, 20 minutes, it goes off for 10 minutes, and there's no more moisture in there, which is great. So this all should be dry by Monday, because it's not allowed in European, well, at least in Germany and Austria, to work out or work on Sundays. So no noise. If anybody's wondering what kind of controller I'm using, it's called the Masso, M-A-S-S-O CNC controller. It's quite expensive, but I want something that really has the bang for the buck. I had cheaper controllers before, in between 150 to 200. The other machine over there is running ESS Smooth Stepper, but I wanted a standalone, so I went with the Masso. And I do believe, since tomorrow is Saturday, I'm going to be cleaning up this tomorrow when this is a little bit dry. That way I can start the process of building the CNC controller. And if you guys want to see that live, go ahead and leave a comment below on how I'm going to do it. I will pre-cut all the steel, weld all the steel. That way you guys don't have to sit through all that, because it could be a very long video, and I don't want that. So all right, it looks good to me. Anyways, I'm going to put the gun down and walk you guys around right quick. I'm going to take my gloves off so I don't get paint all over this. All right, so here we go. This is the SteelKnight version 2. Version 1 is over there, and that is a very, very accurate machine. This here will be the number 2 SteelKnight, and this is a downdraft system for the plasma cutter. You have 100 millimeter hole there and another one here. And what this does is these both will have a damper system. And when the rail on here, the rail's already here, just covered up from painting. When it drives in the middle, it will turn off this vacuum or this damper, and then it will turn on this area here. So with that, that is the option I went with. This is completely designed in Fusion 360. I did it myself, and I absolutely love building things with my hands. I am a welder by trade. So plasma cutter, mill, and the welding table will go in here. So underneath will just be storage. In the back, I kind of left it away from the wall, but from here to about here will be the control unit, the control box. Here will sit either the Masso control complete controller here, or on this side. I haven't decided yet because this side I want to do pipe cutting or like tube notching. So I got to make sure I have adequate room for the controller itself. So I'm not too sure. I might mount it here. Leave your comment below on where I should put the CNC controller at, because it has to be in the front because it's a touchscreen. And I don't feel like taking out the controller outside of the touchscreen. So that being said, here's the X gantry. I know the workshop's crazy right now. I got things going on here, things going on here. Here's the X gantry. It is beautiful. Got the linear rails right here. And then if you're just joining, I'm just showing off the CNC SteelKnight version 2. There's version 1. This will be a plasma cutter milling combo with a welding table that you can pull out here. And here's the CNC arms in fire red, which is really good. I love that color, but nonetheless, it's a power horse. Anyways, thanks guys for tuning in. Leave your comments below. I would love to hear your thoughts and your opinions on this machine, whether if you like it, whether if you want to see it in action. Leave a comment below, and also tag me in your posts when you build your machine, because I want to see how you guys come up with your designs. All right, SteelKnight out. Have a great weekend.